what we're going to do now is take a look at the background vocals. Now I am going to just scroll over to the background vocal part, BGV 1 through 6, and if we take a look, we'll see that this is Sherilyn. Most of it, these tracks up here, background vocals 1 through 4, are the main ones, and then 5 and 6 is like maybe an alternate part. So let's check and make sure that the 1 and 2 are the same part.
Somehow or the other I meet the end.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is just pan 1, 2, and I'm going from memory here too. I know that 3 and 4 are also duplicate parts, sung separately. So this is a background vocal 1 and a stack, and then the second part and a stack, and this is a third part whenever he does a third part. So I'm going to pan those hard left and right too. Now what I'd like to do, let me do this first. I want to take I want to create a mix group over here and call it band. Okay, enter, and then what I want to do here is on the drums I want to assign it to the band, I want to assign the guitars to the band, the keys to the band, and then let's scroll over here also and do the smack to the band too, because it's going to need to, and that way I can pull the band down just a little bit and we can listen to the background vocals without messing up our blend. Okay, now we can listen to the background vocals a little bit more without having to fight with the band too much. What I want to do first is let's mute 3, 4, 5, 6, and Sherilyn's muted over here. So, and let's get the gain staging right on this, so where this vocal kind of sits in the track the way it should. Just put my favorite compressor on there. And let's take these two tracks here, and what we may do is just find something that works for the background vocals and just kind of duplicate it across these, because it's the same singer and on the same mic on the same day, so there's not going to be too much change in how he approached this. So I'm going to take background vocal 1 and we're going to concentrate on him for a second, and then what we'll do is we'll kind of copy or duplicate the settings over to the next channel. This input trim is really nice because he wasn't recorded that loud either, so I want to give our compressors the best chance for shaping the sound. So let's listen. Let's brighten him up just a little bit too.
I thought about life. Glass is either half full or half empty.
I'm just going to match the settings here. Alright, so let's just go ahead and take these background vocals and just kind of match them up, because this seems to be a pretty good starting place for the background vocals. Where I'm working those compressors pretty good, but the thing about it is background vocals, they don't need to pop out most of the time. Most of the time they need to blend in, so there doesn't need to be loud phrases and soft phrases and things like that on background vocals, because on a song like this where the track is so thick and so lively, if you take the chance and let the background vocal breathe a little bit, it may get lost. So I'm just going to copy the settings of this channel over. About -12. And we'll see how these sit together as a unit. And what we may even do is compress them one more time over here. And I know the tape saturation is going to help kind of keep it in the mix too. So, and one other thing, let's filter these vocals too. So
Dance to the song.
I don't know if you hear this, but when you first turn it on, you can actually hear it sounds like he's in another room, but you can hear the sub working in his microphone, and every little bit of low end indiscrepancies like that will loosen the low end of your track. So let's listen to that.
Nothing is wrong.
You hear that? It sounds like it's been muted.
Anyhow, I got nothing but now.
See, I was almost able to go to, let's see, what would that be? 500 hertz before I really even noticed, because of the range he's singing in. And so I'm going to just kind of split the difference, and I'm going to do that on every channel. That's about roughly 178, 180, something like that. So I'm going to do every track and filter it at around 180. No science involved here except for just cleaning up these tracks, so that the low end, you won't have any low end problems. And you know, I'm going to do Sherilyn too. Okay, so let's listen to the background vocals. Seems like we got another chorus coming up, so let's listen to this. I put a little bit of compression on the background vocal channel here.
Dance to the song. Nothing is wrong. It's all gonna change anyhow. I got nothing but now.
Nice. Okay, let's go back to the top and listen to the song again with the background vocals. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to unbypass the stereo tool, and we're going to listen in mono. We're going to make sure that everything blends in mono. So it's sitting in the track pretty good, even without any riding. We may or may not ride some because it's a taste thing, and you know, you could go through and just kind of pick out parts and stuff. And the more time you have, definitely the more I would treat these like vocals, and then pull them back to background vocal level. That way, you know, the more time you have to do a mix. And I wouldn't want to bore you with doing that. I would highly recommend you practicing it though. But right now I've got it sitting in the track with compression, EQ, and then tape saturation and EQ. So I think we're doing pretty well. It may be time for us to listen to Sherilyn's vocal. Let's listen to a little bit of this from the top in mono and see how the track's shaping up.
kind of love who loves me. Somehow or the other.
The drums may be the snare. I'm going to pull the volume down a little bit. The snare drum is pretty dominant. I'm going to pull it down just a little bit. Well, it measures up to the mono test. Everything's sitting in the track. The background vocals are sitting there, and it's in mono. I've got it pulled down to a lower volume. So let's start listening to Sherilyn's vocal, and we'll do that in the next section. So come right back, okay?